exactly do you want from me? You bring me here to this place, you put me in a school that says the Pledge of Allegiance in 6 different languages, and now you want what from me?
I'm trying to help you.
Well, stop trying.
Yes. That's really what you want?
Yes.
Fine, you got it.
I mean, with you. What's going on with you?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. I know you. I know you better than anyone. This isn't you. I can handle
You think I'm gonna let you ruin it all?
You lied to me. You said you weren't gonna call him.
I know, but think about it, Claire. We can't do this alone.
No, you think about it.
supporting this family financially and emotionally, and still I am being attacked for not being supportive. That makes me want to ram my head through a damn wall.
You're adopted, and we don't talk about that enough. Because to me, you are every part my son.
Is he mine?
Can't you see what she's doing? He needs to know the truth.
You told me he was my son.
Enough.
Answer me.
Enough!
Is he mine?
Hayden Panettiere is looking back on her relationship with ex Milo Ventimiglia. During an interview with Us Weekly, published May 6, the actress shares a glimpse inside her relationship with the actor, whom she dated from 2007 to 2009 while co-starring together on the show Heroes. Telling the outlet about their breakup, it was so out of left field. Nothing that big or explosive had happened. I remember the look on his face being pure shock at how visceral and massive my negative reaction was, and he immediately took it back.
I know you were aware the house was gone. What's it like to then stand here?
Heavy, you know, you start thinking about, man, hits you so quick. You start thinking about all the memories and different parts of the house and whatnot, and then you see your neighbors' houses and everything kind of around, and your heart just breaks.
Did you ever notice that his smile only worked on one side? He played a teenager with a half-paralyzed face on national television for years, and most viewers never realized it wasn't makeup. This is the story of Milo Ventimiglia, the man who became one of television's most beloved father figures before he ever became a father himself, who built an entire production empire while the world only saw him as an actor, and who lost everything to fire in the very same month he finally became a dad for real. Stick around, because two details in this story will genuinely surprise you. First, the rare condition he was born with, the one that quietly connected him to one of the biggest legends in Hollywood, years before either of them knew it. Second, a warning he gave his own fans in his own words about getting too greedy for more of him. Coming from someone whose career was about to explode because of nostalgia, it's a strange thing to say out loud. But to understand either of those moments, we have to start at the very beginning. Milo Anthony Ventimiglia was born on July 8, 1977, in Anaheim, California, the youngest child of Carol and Peter Ventimiglia. His father had served in the Vietnam War.
I grew up with my father talking about his experiences in Vietnam and knowing very much how that impacted me as a young man. And, you know, last season when Niles Fitch and I went to DC and we were filming at the Wall and doing all of that backstory for Jack.
Through him, Milo carried Sicilian blood. Through his mother, English and Scottish roots. He had two older sisters, and from day one, he was the baby of the family. But Milo was also born with something unusual, damaged facial nerves that left the left side of his mouth permanently still. He'd later describe it himself as a crooked mouth. It wasn't an injury, it wasn't makeup, it was simply how he came into the world.
Could you stop doing that thing with your mouth where your lip is going down? And I'm like, hey, I was born that way.
What is the lip thing?
I was born with dead nerves, so basically like right here, it just doesn't go down like that.
Here's the detail almost nobody connects until much later. There was exactly one other major actor in Hollywood with that same rare condition, Sylvester Stallone. Decades later, the two of them would end up standing across from each other on a film set, playing father and son, neither needing to explain the thing they quietly had in common. But that moment was still years away.
This is only gonna end up bad for you, and it's gonna end up bad for me.
You think I'm hurting you?
Yeah, in a way you are.
It's the last thing I ever wanted to do.
I know that's not what you want to do, but that's just the way that it is.
First, there was El Modena High School in Orange, California, and the future star wasn't exactly hiding in the background. He wrestled competitively, he performed in school drama productions, and somehow, on top of all that, he was elected student government president, leading his peers before he'd ever led a scene.
I did sports in high school. I was student body president.
Oh, you were student body president?
Senior class president.
Senior class president, yeah.
Wow. And your last name is a lot to put on a sign, so that must have been a lot of work.
Oh, no, it was way easier. It was way easier. So I was running against my friend Garrett Kerr, who was blonde hair, blue eyes, and I'm dark hair, dark eyes.
He graduated in 1995, and almost immediately, life sped up. At 18 years old, he enrolled in a summer program at the American Conservatory Theater, sharpening the craft he'd later bring to network television. From there, he headed to the University of California, Los Angeles, declaring himself a theater major. On paper, it looked like the start of a slow, traditional path through formal training. Hollywood had other plans. While he was still a teenager, Milo landed his very first paid acting role in a short film called Must Be the Music.
What's his name?
I don't remember, but check it. He needs a ride home, but he's gotta leave now, so I told him.
No way!
No, you gotta hook me up, man.
What's he look like?
Playing a gay teenager released as part of Strand Releasing's anthology Boy's Life 2. That same year, the offers didn't stop. He appeared on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
What were you guys doing? No one's allowed in the bedroom.
Hey, relax, Ash. We're just taking a little tour.
Officially marking his screen acting debut.
My very first real paying gig was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Will Smith was a major movie star, but also he had this show. And so I just sat there and just watched him. I played party guest number 1. I was stoked. I remember I got the call. I was going to school at UCLA. I was in my first year, and I remember in the morning getting the call. I'm like, I got the job?
Almost immediately afterward, a wave of guest appearances followed. CSI Crime Scene Investigation.
The guy said it was natural, that it wasn't a drug. I mean, Jimson weed is a plant.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Hey, Jenny, tell LaRue to do something about this meatloaf, huh?
Meatloaf? Hey, man, what about intellectual freedom?
Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and Boston Public.
I'm just trying to figure you out, Miss Torres. You're new, just out of college, probably the reason why you're acting so tough. You're not completely sure of yourself yet.
He was the face you almost recognized, the actor who kept popping up everywhere without quite breaking through. In 2000, that finally seemed to change. Milo was cast in the lead role on a brand new Fox series, Opposite Sex.
Since my ex-girlfriend Lisa and I, we mutually broke up, She dumped you? We broke up. But to make things easier, I've decided to swear off girls.
Playing a character named Jed Perry. After years of guest spots, this was supposed to be his moment, his own show, his name above the title.
Rob, that is supposed to be my bedroom. Okay, I have not even slept in that room like one night, and you have already nailed a chick in there?
It lasted a single season before cancellation. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. That failure didn't slow him down. It set the stage for the role that would actually make him a star. In 2001, Milo joined the cast of Gilmore Girls as Jess Mariano.
This isn't about him, okay? Screw him. What's going on with you? This isn't you, Rory. You know it isn't. What's going on?
The brooding, leather jacket-wearing love interest who instantly became a defining heartthrob of the show.
Gilmore, I was 24 years old. And still to this day, it blows me away the impact of the Jess character, how much everyone was in love with him and wanted to find a guy like Jess. He had good hair, he had that pompadour thing going, and he had, dope jackets, and he always had a book in his back pocket. And I feel like, well, if you got that hair and you got a cool jacket and you got a book in your pocket, you must be good for a girl.
He remained a series regular through 2006, eventually stepping back into a recurring role, returning for 4 episodes in season 4 and 2 more in season 6. There was even serious talk of a spin-off, Windward Circle, centered on Jess and his estranged father, played by Rob Estes.
Alexis Bledel and Milo Ventimiglia's on-screen chemistry as Rory and Jess on Gilmore Girls carried over into real life. The pair began dating around late 2002 or early 2003, keeping their relationship largely under wraps during the show's run and rarely addressing it publicly. Over their roughly 4 years together, they even touched on the idea of a long-term future, including marriage, before amicably parting ways in July 2006. Despite the breakup, there was no lingering tension between them. They reunited professionally a decade later for Netflix's 2016 revival, Gilmore Girls: A Year in the Life.
And I know what you should write.
What?
You should write about you and your mom.
What?
It's a cool story. It's got a point of view, and it's something only you can write.
The series was developed. It had a premise. It had a network attached.
Sorry I didn't call.
Hey, life's about spontaneous, right?
This your place?
The Inferno. Yes.
It's nice.
Thanks.
It never made it to air. In the 3rd and final season of American Dreams, he played Chris Pierce, the rebellious boyfriend of Meg Pryor.
I'm not gonna be in English later today.
Thanks for the bulletin.
So, if you ask, just tell Father Murphy I got sick. I got some things I want to do.
And in between projects, he led a short-lived mid-season replacement series called The Bedford Diaries.
You're in no danger of being fired.
The woman was over 18. Bedford has no policy against professor-student relations, and you were separated from your wife.
A show producers reportedly built specifically with Milo in mind. It lasted only 8 episodes, one of several shows that quietly didn't survive the launch of the newly formed network, the CW. Meanwhile, away from television, Milo kept stacking up film roles most casual fans completely forget about. He starred in the full-length feature Dirty Deeds.
This is a waste of time, and you are a waste of skin.
And the short film Intelligence, both in 2005.
Thought you would be older.
Yeah, I get that a lot. They're doing a little story, a little coverage on the prisoner abuse scandal down in Guantanamo Bay.
That same year, he took a supporting role in Wes Craven's horror film Cursed.
About me? I was just wondering how you knew. No one else did, just you. And I've been so to you.
In 2006, he appeared in another horror feature, Stay Alive.
Like this new game called Stay Alive. Seriously, man, sick as shit since Fatal Frame. It was creepy. Really creepy.
And then in 2006, 2 things happened almost back-to-back that would permanently change the direction of his career. First, he was cast as Robert Rocky Jr. Balboa, the son of Rocky Balboa himself, in Rocky Balboa, the 6th installment of the legendary boxing franchise, released that December.
So you nervous about the fight?
They're scared to death.
You don't look scared?
Well, you ain't supposed to.
Then you don't have to do it.
Yeah, well, I think I do.
It was his first real introduction to a mainstream global audience. And on that set, standing across from Sylvester Stallone, the 2 men shared something most people on set probably never even noticed. That same rare facial nerve condition Milo had carried since birth.
I was auditioning for Rocky Balboa, and he said something funny, and we just both start laughing.
You're
and then
like...
he kind of looks at me. Yeah, and he says to me, he goes, wow, his lip, it even hooks down like mine does. And he said that to the casting directors.
Second, almost simultaneously, he was cast as Peter Petrelli in a new NBC drama about ordinary people discovering they secretly had extraordinary abilities. The show was called Heroes.
I'm here to help.
Oh, you're a real hero to care for a perfect stranger like this.
This may sound strange, but your father's last few weeks, his death.
Heroes turned Milo into a household name almost overnight. He played Peter Petrelli from the show's premiere all the way through its conclusion in 2010, anchoring one of the most talked about ensemble casts on television at the time. In early 2007, Milo began dating his Heroes co-star Hayden after the pair grew close while filming the hit NBC series and promoting it on an international press tour. The relationship quickly became a tabloid fixture because of their 12-year age gap, with Milo being 30 and Hayden having recently turned 18 when they officially got together. Although Hayden later wrote in her memoir, This Is Me, a reckoning that she envisioned a long-term future with him, the relationship ended in 2009 after years of intense media scrutiny and mounting personal tensions. Unfortunately, Hayden Panettiere's life came to a tragic end on August 16, 2026, when the actress was found unresponsive at a residence in Greenville, South Carolina, at just 36 years old. Emergency responders attempted to revive her, but she was pronounced dead at the scene, while authorities confirmed that no foul play was suspected and the investigation remained ongoing. Her sudden passing shocked fans and former co-stars, particularly because Hayden had recently opened up about her difficult past and appeared to be entering a new chapter in her life. Her family later remembered her as an extraordinary light whose impact reached far beyond Hollywood.
Several of her Heroes co-stars shared heartfelt memories. Jack Coleman, who played her on-screen father, wrote an especially moving tribute, recalling her as a prodigious talent, even as a teenager, and spoke movingly about the intense press scrutiny and paparazzi attention she endured at a young age. Masi Oka called her wise beyond her years, while Greg Grunberg admitted he'd braced himself to work with a diva and instead found someone who shattered that expectation with her professionalism and kindness. Sendil Ramamurthy shared a warm, funny memory of meeting her at their final screen test, describing her as already a consummate professional, despite being much younger than him. James Kyson Lee remembered her as a passionate advocate for animal rights and fairness, and Danya Ramirez wrote about the enduring impact of her energy and spirit, extending condolences to her daughter and loved ones.
During that same period, he kept expanding in directions fans didn't expect. In 2007, he produced and developed a mini web series called It's a Mall World as part of a marketing campaign for American Eagle Outfitters.
What's up?
Not much. How you doing today?
Hey, do you know Kim from Sunglass Mecca? Yeah, she's
She's short, blonde hair.
That same year, he appeared as the love interest in Fergie's music video for Big Girls Don't Cry. He also stepped into voice acting, becoming the English voice of Wolverine in the anime series Marvel Anime Wolverine.
I came to take Mariko home. You had to kidnap your own daughter to get her to come back here. She's not a chess piece you can move around.
Reprising the role for an episode of Marvel Anime Iron Man.
You want me to stick around, Shellhead?
No, this is my problem. And Logan, try not to get in any trouble while you're here.
Can't make any promises.
And an episode of Marvel Anime Blade.
The name's Makoto, okay?
Mine's Logan. So what's up, Blade? Starting to get old? You need a sidekick?
But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. When Marvel moved forward with Marvel Anime X-Men, featuring an older version of Wolverine, Milo did not return. The role went to a different voice actor entirely. A small, easy-to-miss reminder that even the characters an actor originates aren't always guaranteed to stay theirs. In 2008, he took on a very different kind of role, starring as a medical student in the horror film Pathology.
Nothing too exciting.
You killed him.
Maybe. The point is, how?
What is this, a game?
Exactly.
Alongside charmed actress Alyssa Milano. That same year, in July, he stepped away from acting altogether for a moment, completing a United Service Organization tour to support American troops stationed in Kuwait, Iraq, and Afghanistan.
If I'm in Iraq and Afghanistan on a USO tour, if I'm at a base, if I'm at Walter Reed, it's like, hey, I'm there as an individual, trying to make an individual connection with every person I meet, and then take that and talk about it.
By 2012, he appeared in the comedy That's My Boy.
To hurt my sister, I will take my government-issued service revolver, stick it straight up your flipping poop chute, and empty the clip. Do you feel me?
The following year, in 2013, he took on 3 major roles almost simultaneously. Next Stacks in Frank Darabont's crime drama Mob City for TNT.
You fed me the guy, and you knew what would happen.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just that clever. Maybe I just want to hear you say it. Why'd you kill the comedian?
Maybe I didn't like his jokes.
The lead in the series Chosen.
Maybe this was placed doorstep this morning. I thought maybe you might know why or where from. If there was any thought maybe you.
And a role in the horror thriller Kiss of the Damned.
I'm here writing a script. They got me a house to write. No distractions.
In 2014, he appeared in Grace of Monaco.
Bad news. Somebody just tried to kill de Gaulle.
Oh my goodness, what happened?
French right wing is claiming responsibility over Algeria. It's going to be impossible for Ray to get any support. Now nobody in Europe will cross de Gaulle.
The next year, 2015, he joined the cast of The Whispers.
Answer me one question. Do you love him? No. But you had to think about it.
Then, in November of 2016, Milo returned to where his television career truly began, reprising Jess Mariano one final time in Gilmore Girls: A Year in the Life.
You should write a book.
Ugh, thanks for the Naomi Shropshire flashbacks. Lovely.
And I know what you should write.
What?
You should write about you and your mom.
Speaking with USA Today around that same period, he made a comment that fans still bring up to this day. He admitted that watching so many of his old shows get revived felt exciting, but also, in his words, like sometimes it was simply too much. He went on to say that some of these characters belonged to a different decade of his life entirely, and that while the Gilmore Girls revival had been a wonderful gift for fans, people, quote, should not get so greedy. That's the second shocking moment we promised you at the start. And the timing makes it even stranger because almost immediately after saying it, Milo was about to land the single biggest role of his career, one built almost entirely on the audience's hunger for more.
I have a drinking problem, and my father, he had a drinking problem. And I've kept that hidden from you guys because I didn't want you to know that about me.
Later that same year, in the fall of 2016, Milo was cast as Jack Pearson, the patriarch of a sprawling, time-jumping family drama airing on NBC. The show was called This Is Us.
My mother has already knitted 3 onesies. She's a slow, no-talent knitter. It also happens to be my birthday today, which tends to be a pretty great day in our house, a day when I get pretty lucky.
The role transformed him into one of the most beloved on-screen fathers in modern television, earning him 3 consecutive Primetime Emmy nominations for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series, first in 2017, then again in 2018, and once more in 2019.
I am on This Is Us, and I play Jack. I knew that it was special. I knew that it was different than anything else that was kind of on television. When I'm watching This Is Us, I don't cry over Jack's stuff. I cry with the other characters.
He never won the individual award, but in both 2018 and 2019, he stood on stage anyway, sharing in wins for Outstanding Performance by a Cast in a Television Drama Series at the Screen Actors Guild Awards. While playing television's most devoted father, Milo was simultaneously building something far less visible to fans. Back in 2004, years before This Is Us even existed, he had co-founded a production company called Divide Pictures alongside producer Russ Cundiff. By 2024, that company had grown into a serious force, developing more than 30 projects across film, television, and digital platforms, eventually securing an exclusive television development deal with 20th Television, a division of Disney Television Studios. Divide's film credits include Tell and Static, alongside branded content collaborations with companies like eBay, Cadillac, and GQ. In 2017, between Emmy nominations, Milo also starred in the suspense thriller Devil's Gate, alongside Amanda Schull.
Before you came back with that lightning struck, there's something out there. I intend to figure out what it is. You do want me to find my son out in the Asian princess?
2 years later, in 2019, he took on an emotionally different kind of role, starring opposite Amanda Seyfried in The Art of Racing in the Rain.
Yeah, they're Seattle's third most popular Soundgarden
tribute band.
Yeah, I mean, according to them.
Based on the novel by Garth Stein.
It's called The Art of Racing in the Rain. I mean, obviously, car racing is in the backdrop,
Yeah.
but it's not like it's not a stunt movie. It's really about life more than anything. But did you kind of learn about car racing?
I did. I was brought into the world of racing, you know, but I pretty much took the existence of a race car driver and laid it on top of being an actor.
The following year, in 2018, reprising the franchise that first made him recognizable, he returned to the Rocky universe in Creed 2.
This is your grandfather.
You look just like his mother.
Yeah, no.
This Is Us ran for 6 seasons, concluding in 2022.
Welcome back to Access Daily with our guests Milo Ventimiglia and Catherine Hennigan. Hi. How do y'all feel about the way This Is Us ended? Are we all happy with the way the ending happened?
Oh yeah, listen, I think Dan Fogelman is he's one of the best writers, one of the best men out there, and I think he sent the group of Pearsons off in the most beautiful way. Especially, like, I get emotional closing out the Rebecca storyline and everything. Fuck,
Oh my God, I love
it. It always happens.
And almost immediately afterward, in 2023, Milo stepped into a new project that finally combined everything he'd built, starring in The Company You Keep for ABC.
We just pulled off the biggest job of our lives. Great timing on that chopper.
Right? Did you get it?
Of course I got it.
This time, not just as the lead actor, but as an executive producer through his own company, Divide Pictures.
My company, we developed the project, so it was on board, and I always knew that I was going to be playing Charlie, but then when we were looking for our Emma, Catherine's tape, her deliveries, everything about it just kept rising to the top of the other actresses who were up for the role.
That same year brought the biggest personal milestone of his life. In September 2023, after years in the public eye with remarkably little personal drama, Milo married model Jera Mariano.
Well, he congratulated you on your wedding.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Newlyweds.
Thank you.
Well, how was it? Was it intimate?
It was quiet, you know, like, I think you guys know I'm not one to you know, be out in the market yelling, screaming about anything that I do other than, you know, movies and TV shows and stuff like that.
A little over a year later, on September 29, 2024, Jera announced she was pregnant with their first child, and on January 23, 2025, the two of them welcomed a daughter into the world.
You know, Milo, I'm looking at you and I see maturity in your face. I see fatherhood in your face.
Woo!
You had a baby since the last time you were here.
Yes, I did.
Congratulations.
Yes, I did. Got a beautiful daughter. She's wonderful. What day is it?
Milo had spent years playing a devoted father on screen. Now, finally, he was one in real life. But that same month carried devastating news as well. In January 2025, his home in Malibu burned down in the California wildfires. The same month, he became a father for the very first time.
I know you were aware the house was gone. What's it like to then stand here?
Heavy, you know, you start thinking about, man, hits you so quick. You start thinking about all the memories and different parts of the house and whatnot, and then you see your neighbors' houses and everything kind of around, and your heart just breaks.
Through every chapter, the rare condition he was born with, the show that was canceled after one season, the spin-off that never aired, the role that quietly went to someone else, the home he lost to fire, Milo Ventimiglia kept building rather than retreating. As of 2026, Milo Ventimiglia's estimated net worth sits at $12 million, built from years of pure, unfiltered dedication. He doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink. Raised as a lacto-vegetarian alongside his sisters, he's maintained that diet his entire adult life, a commitment that earned him the title of PETA's Sexiest Vegetarian in 2009. And today, between fatherhood, a thriving production company, and whatever role comes next, one thing is hard to ignore. The actor whose first lead show couldn't survive a single season eventually built something most performers in Hollywood never come close to: a body of work, a company bearing his vision, and a family he waited years to finally come home to. If this story moved you, or if you learned something today that you didn't know before, drop a comment below and tell us what surprised you most.